With these angels, you can really kick it in Standard. This video and my channel are sponsored by Untapped.gg. If you want to track your stats, see how your decks perform, and get a look into the metagame, I highly recommend Untapped.gg. It's something that really helps me figure out where my decks need to do better so I can adjust those decks and, you know, address the problems they have so I can win more games. If you want to check them out, there's a link in the description for Untapped.gg. Full disclaimer, this deck is not entirely my own. I actually started with a deck that I saw SaffronOlive post on Twitter of Mardu Angels. He posted it just a couple days before I made this video. I want to say posted on like the 9th or the 10th of October, and that is before the announcement of the Meathook Massacre ban, which, guess what? We weren't playing in this deck anyway. This deck, as you might have guessed, has angels in it. Giada is an angel that makes other angels bigger and also can provide mana for them. Serra Paragon lets you replay permanents from your graveyard, which is awesome. That includes things like Fable of the Mire, Wedding Announcement, Inspiring Overseer, Giada, Reckoner Bankbuster, Takenuma, Eiganjo, and Sokenzan, and any other land you happen to discard to the second chapter of Fable of the Mire. Fantastic card, because when those permanents then leave the battlefield because they die again, say it's your creature you brought back, you even gain a little life. Really nice. Only lets you bring them back once because they get this exile clause, but still really good card. It was bugged in Arena. I believe they did fix that bug, so before anybody comments on that. We also have Archangel of Wrath, which is the angel you can kick. She's able to deal up to 4 damage, split between 2 targets, if you're able to kick her for black or red. That's really the main source of the black splash here, because the only other black cards are Infernal Grasp, 1 of Soul Transfer, and 2 copies of Liesa. It's really great to be able to do a little bit of stretch damage, either to your opponent's face, to a small creature, or even to a planeswalker. It's really good for finishing off things like the Wanderer. We also have Sanctuary Warden, who is phenomenal. This is a 5/5 flyer that makes extra tokens, which helps protect you against things like Liliana of the Veil, draws you cards, and is really copyable with Fable of the Mire, because you can clone it to get all that stuff and swing with a 5/5 angel in the air, or block with one. Really good synergy between those 2 cards. We actually have a little bit more enter the battlefield with Inspiring Overseer if you like things to copy. Fable of the Mire turns into Reflection of Kiki Jiki. You're probably very familiar with this card, by the way. This is one of the best of value cards in Arena. Draw more card, gain more life, have more flyer. This is also an angel. We also have Wedding Announcement in here because of value. Wedding Announcement is one of those cards that, if you are in white, it's exceptionally playable. In the original version of this list, there were 4 of them. I actually removed them because I wanted to add in more Reckoner Bankbusters. Because I like Reckoner Bankbuster. I think that's a pretty good reason. As for mana base, we're doing as much fixing as we can, centered in white, and then running these slow or drag lands to get some extra fixing into those kickers and splash colors. But for the most part, this deck is white angels with a little bit of kicker splash. So we're going to take this into the queue and try to get some wins in Standard. I can't read my opponent's name, but I got a whole lot of angels in hand. This gives me a turn 2 Giada into a turn 3 Serra Paragon if they don't remove Giada, and I would love to do that. Well, let's do it. I'm going to play Takenuma to get myself a black source of mana for the future, for perhaps kicking an Archangel of Wrath. Ooh, and we're up against enchantments. I see a Jukai Naturalist. Giada has Vigilance, so I'm going to swing in, up, and play Serra Paragon. I have nothing I can replay from my graveyard, but thanks to Giada, the Serra Paragon gets an extra +1/+1 counter. And that's double Jukai Naturalist into a double discounted Wedding Announcement. The first time it's going to spit out a human. Very nice. I think I should get rid of one of those Naturalists. So I'm going to play Eiganjo. I'm going to attack my opponent. We do also have Destroy Evil, which we might want to save. And I'm going to make sure I tap Giada here. And we're going to kick with black mana to destroy the Jukai Naturalist that came down on turn 2. It's gone. By the way, this Bant version of the deck, I've seen it floating around a little bit. It's got some cool tech. Oh my gosh. Third Jukai Naturalist? Okay. So that's a lot of discounts, and that's a lot of tokens, but we're an awful lot of flying. I'm going to attack with all 3 of these. They're at 1 life, and just to be greedy, I'm also going to play Giada and sacrifice and play it again. And that was just to gain some life. Oh, whoops. It'll gain life when this dies. Doesn't really matter that much to me. We can just bring it back with the Archangel. I could have just kept the other one on the sacrifice, but I clicked wrong. Welcome to my life. I still have Destroy Evil here. They do have life gain, but it's not going to be enough. So we're going to win this game. This hand, even though we're on the draw, is really missing a 2-drop. It's got great cards, but I'm still going to mulligan. And we'll keep this. It's got a little bit too much land. I'm going to throw back a Plains. Oh, nice. Haunting Ridge. We can go for our turn 2 Giada. Giada's cool because she does accelerate us getting out angels and make angels bigger. She's just a very good card. Ooh, Gala Greeters! Oh, more Giada. Okay. Giada 2, the sequel to Giada. Hello, Gala Greeters. Are you going to get a +1/+1 counter and attack me? Because if you do, I think I would just trade. Yep, playing a second Gala Greeters. I have this other Giada in hand, and I feel like taking out one of their engines would be worth it. Oh, but they went for treasure. They're ramping, and this is an embarrassing amount of Giada. I could do the silly thing where you sacrifice one and play another. It would just be a 3/3 though. I don't think that's worth it. I'm just gonna hold open for Fateful Absence. They're ramping, so they might have something big and scary and worth killing here. Well, definitely not that. That's not big and scary. That's 2 little guys. Just a couple little guys. I'm actually going to use a Fateful Absence on one of these Gala Greeters. Before the second trigger occurs, I could have cut them off with this Resolute Reinforcements coming down. Just so they get a little less. Hello, Gala Greeters. Would you like to dance? You are very Bant. And I'm afraid that you will be sacrificing your creatures and enslaving my critters. Oh, no, it's Lucrella! Blinky is playing a Blinky deck. Makes sense with the Lae'zel avatar, too. Giada and the reinforcements go to jail. And Gala Greeters is just like, finally, my time to shine! Giada returns. Because I have too many Giadas. Wandering Emperor. Just kind of out here, naked, main phase. Ready to party. Ready to put some counters on things. Okay, Gala Greeters now has a bit of first strike until end of turn. Did you attack me with the 1/1? For me. They could have actually done that, like attacked with everything and then tricky, use the Wandering Emperor to give it first strike. I'm going to use Giada to attack the Wandering Emperor, since they do not have aerial defenses. And then I'm going to play Sanctuary Warden. This is going to leave them able to -2 if they really want to exile Giada. I'm going to hope that they don't. And because we know they have Exile in their deck, I'm going to be removing a shield counter rather than a +1/+1 counter. They could use these 2 treasures to pay for that clue. Shield counter. Ooh, Serra Paragon. Very cool. Able to bring back Giada if she dies. I mean, there's still another Giada over here. And another Giada over here. I'm swimming in Giadas. I do not need all these Giadas. In almost every game I've recorded today, including ones that you haven't seen in this video, I have drawn 3 Giadas in the first couple cards, and that's great. I love Giada. She's a good card. But we just end up with too many of her. She is legendary. Oh, hello, Teferi. So Teferi actually is able to tap an artifact, creature, or land. Which means that if they really want to, and this I think would actually be a good move, they could tap the Warden using Teferi and then exile it with the Wandering Emperor. Oh, they're not going for that. Okay. Never mind, I guess. I thought it was a cool idea. They clearly disagreed. Now they may tap the Sanctuary Warden anyway here. Yes, they do, so I can't block with it. I still got this feisty little 1/1 token. And I'm going to throw it in harm's way. They have 4 mana, so they could also have a second Wandering Emperor, but that feels a bit like a waste. I'll play this land, I'll go to combat, and I'm going to attack Fairy and the Wandering Emperor, because Planeswalkers are a mistake. I'm going to remove this other shield counter. Actually, I'm going to remove the +1/+1 counter this time. Because it still gives me enough damage to destroy Teferi, and protects against effects like Fateful Absence, which they might have right now. The damage resolves, and, oh, lucky us, we drew a Liesa. Liesa's really, really good. Gives us insurance for our creatures dying, such as Giada! Man, I've said your name so many times, it doesn't even sound like a word anymore. So, Giada enters the battlefield. Killing Giada. Oh, look, Liesa was too evil. Hey, by keeping that shield counter on the Warden, I protected against that evil. That's fine. I lost to Giada. I'm not that torn up about it. I can bring them back. For literally no reason. It's because we can. Nice. They've got their Gal Greeters up to a 5/5. Make it a 6/6. Make it a 6/6. Yep, make it a 6/6. That's a big chunky lass right there. And I will block with the token. They have no cards in hand, but they could draw one off this clue. Start with combat. I want to take out that Wandering Emperor. And I'm going to remove a +1/+1 counter from Giada. Nice, a soul transfer. We can use that to get rid of the Gal Greeters if we feel that we need to. I think I'm just gonna play another Sanctuary Warden. It's a very, very strong card. And I'm going to shrink Giada back down to being a 2/2. She's done her damage. And, like, as a reminder, we have more just kind of laying around the house. What if I block, like, this? Do you want to kill Giada or the token? Oh, sweet! Free Giada! I think that they might have another Lagrella in hand. But by killing that one, this one did not come in with the counters. They weren't both on the battlefield at the same time. I am going to actually start, oops, not like that, with the Serra Paragon, so it comes in with lots of counters on it. Unless it gets countered? I think you've got maybe a Wanderer. Make disappear. Well, since I didn't tap Giada for it, I can't undo this counterspell. So we're going to decline, and we're going to decline again. We can't pay. Let's attack. Go get him, kids. Go get him. Maybe not you two. The angels are swinging in. I'm going to remove some shield counters. They're drawing a card off their Skybridge towers. And shield. Oof, that's a lot of damage. Archangel of Wrath, I wouldn't be able to kick this turn. I'm going to play the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Next turn I'll be able to use this to get 4 damage on whatever target I please. Their face, perhaps? Ren and 7, time for trees. Trees are quite exilable, and I don't think we gotta worry about it that much. They also sacrifice the land, so this is actually only a 6/6. Giving me lethal actually still by just attacking with everything and using Archangel of Wrath. Oh, they're attacking me. Get my free blocks, and I'll prevent the 7 there. I think I'm just gonna go straight to combat and finish them off. Good game, Blinky Blonky. I have nothing until turn 3, but I'm on the play, so I'm going to keep this against Commander, or Comforender. It goes right the first time. Haunted Ridge on the battlefield. A Plains. I have nothing to do here. And I see Bant and a Galagrators from our opponent. Okay, let's get started with Inspiring Overseer. Get myself a flyer who can start dealing some damage, draw a card, and maybe set up for some other cards in the future. A second Galagrators. This feels a lot like a game I played a few minutes ago. Weird. I could actually play the Archangel of Wrath here. This is still just a 3/4 flyer. It's really good, but I'm going to go for Fable of the Mirror Breaker instead. Got myself a little goblin on the ground, and is that a Spell Pierce? Something was just holding priority. Wonder what it could be. Swinging in with the Overseer. Lagrella! Ooh, able to exile and just remove my Goblin Shaman. And blink one of their Galagrators. Well, eventually. I assume this will come back. We've got some good discardables here. I don't see anything I really want. Exile. I'm gonna drop a Wedding Announcement and the Soul Transfer. Nice. Got some nice big lands here. I'll tack in with the Overseer. And I've got the choice here of, do I want to set up Liesa, or do I want to smack the Greeter? I'm going to smack the Greeter. I'm going to use Archangel of Wrath, kicked once, to deal 2 damage to Galagrators. No more alliance for you. Archangel of Wrath, also, it's a 3/4 with flying. This thing is just big. It's able to deal damage, swing life totals really, really hard. They do have 7 mana. It's hard to tell with the parallax on there. It has 3 treasures. Ooh, it's Ao the Dawn Sky. Now that would have been good for the soul transfer. It's fine. I still have removal. So I'm going to attack in with the Inspiring Overseer and the Archangel of Wrath. They're going to block. I'm going to use Eiganjo to blast them. This isn't even a spell, so it's hard to counter. And they can either choose to put +1/+1 counters on their Lagrella, or they're going to look at the top 7 cards and they got a... Oh, they got a Wandering Emperor! Beautiful timing. Hello there, Wandering Emperor. I look forward to potentially cloning Sanctuary Wardens with this. This is going to be a high priority target for them to remove. And this is a high priority target for me to remove. Well, that just tells me they have 2 of them. Hey there! Or they just know, like, I'm able to clone this, attack them, and I'd say remove this pretty well. Wedding announcement. They only have 3 up, so I guess I don't have to fear too much. I'm going to go for the clone on the Overseer here, just kind of hoping that I get a land. And then I'll be able to play Liesa off that. Great. I'm going to play that right now. And they're going to make her disappear. What a magic trick. I'm swinging in the air for 4. The clone disappears. But now I have enough mana next turn for the Sanctuary Warden. Sanctuary Warden's a really nice card. You have a free attack with the Samurai. And I think they know I'm not planning on attacking with this. It's better for me to clone things during most situations. But they might also have removal. Oh, okay. Destroy Evil. It's an enchantment, and it's evil. I love that the qualifications for evil are Big Booty or enchantment. I'm going to go to combat and attack in with the Overseer. Get my 2 in. Love it. Do I think they have a counterspell? Yes, so I'm going to play Giada. And then, Inspiring Overseer. Make disappear. I can't pay the 2. Glad that I was able to keep my Sanctuary Warden in hand. Hello there, human. Lagrella. If they attack him with the human, I'm actually not going to block it, because I feel like there's a good chance that they have another Wanderer, and that would be a good way to essentially communicate to me, hey, I can give this +1/+1 in first strike. They're going to deal 4 to me. We're currently winning the life total race, but that's going to change with Wedding Announcement flipping over. I'm going to attack in. Giada has Vigilance. Thank you, Giada, for the Vigilance. Which is important, because the Wandering Emperor can only exile tapped creatures. They still have 2 mana, which they could use to counter this. But they didn't! And what would I rather be? I'm going to remove one of these shield counters. Behold, a 1/1. Yeah, we don't have things like Jwari Disruption or Censor in Standard really being played. Those cards both don't exist, and there isn't a similar effect of taxing for 1 mana tithes. Wandering Emperor is able to give something a first strike, but that doesn't do much with the shield counter on the board, so instead they're going to sacrifice her, get more damage on the board. Right. Guess I'll go to combat. I think they have another Wandering Emperor. I am going to remove the +1/+1 counter this time, in case they have a destruction effect. They might. And the difference for me, between them being at 1 and 2, doesn't feel that big. What are you doing? Playing your 3rd Wandering Emperor? What a surprise! It's almost like you sacrificed the other one on the previous turn. They gained 2 life there. That's too bad for me. I'm going to play some wedding announcements. We're getting married! I'm actually going to my friend's wedding next week? This week? So soon. It's been a while since I went to one. Alright, the samurai is getting a counter. They're playing Shana, who rewarded them for a life gain by letting them draw cards. Okay. Attacking for 7. I am going to block the 4/4 with First Strike with one of these tokens. With these itty-bitty citizens. Ooh, Archangel of Wrath, you're so cool. I'm going to start by attacking, using Giada to try and take out the Wandering Emperor. It works. Oh, I love it when it works. I'm going to play Takenuma as a land, tap Giada, and play the Archangel of Wrath with both kickers. And I want to hit Shana with both of those, because I actually think that this is a pretty scary card on the battlefield. It's going to heal me up a little bit. And now I still have Destroy Evil and Infernal Grasp ready for removal. I also have a 4/5 with lifelink. Nice. I only attacked with 1 creature, so we're going to get 2 1/1s off our wedding announcements. Ah, they're playing a wedding announcement too. So we could actually destroy their transformed wedding announcement, the wedding festivity, or kill Lagrella. I think they want the Gallagreators here. I would love to gain 4 life. Mother May I? They probably have another Lagrella in hand, and they would like to exile one of these. Not a big problem for me. Nice, the Gallagreators has just met the threshold of being evil. Do I care? Not really, no. This is just Giada City over here. I could attack with just one thing to make sure I get tokens, but I don't feel like I need that very much. I am going to cycle a Giada here, though, to make her bigger, because we have 2 spares in our hand. There we go. Now we have a 4/4 Giada, and I am going to sit here and chill. We're going to draw 2 cards. Nice! Liesa and Fateful Absence. These are both great cards for me to have. Storm of the Festival. I can't actually stop that. But I firmly grasp this before they get any triggers. Yeah! Preemptive Strike! I have enough mana for all this removal. Storming the Festival is going to give them up to 2 permanents. What could they be? Lagrella, who exiles into Fairy, who taps. I'm actually going to kill the Lagrella in response to this ability, because I really don't want them to exile this. It would reset the +1/+1 counter on it, and I don't want that. So there we go. Lagrella is dead. This does not get exiled. They're saying good game, because that's it. We're almost at 20 life. And we've got a lethal swing ahead of us. Good game. Hello, Marcel. Alright, I'm ready to play this game. I'll keep these. Start by playing the Shattered Sanctum. They did go first. And I could see an enchantment coming out from them. Or a big boy. More likely to be an enchantment. Alright, Tenacious Underdog. Hopefully they don't play another. Nope, it's the Bankbuster. Hello, Buster. They are able to attack with the Bankbuster next turn, which I probably would not block with the Overseer, but maybe I would, because we can bring it back with the Paragon. Yeah, no. Yeah. No. Maybe. No. Not yet. But soon. Ah! Wedding announcement! That's the evil I'm looking for. Sundown Pass hitting the battlefield. Here comes Giada. And I am going to destroy that. Give me a minute, though. I want to encourage them to attack with two things if they want to draw a card. That might be something they want to do. And I'd love to eat up that token if that's their plan. Okay, nope, just a Tenacious Underdog swinging in. I'll take another 3. Okay, you're supposed to let me stop in their second main phase without setting a stop, but okay, sure. They get a token that I didn't want them to have. Arena sometimes does not correctly hold priority and does not give you the pass to end step. That's not the first time that's happened to me. Probably won't be the last. Time to swing in with just a Giada. I think Inspiring Overseer is now about to become a blocker. We're going to play Sanctuary Warden, who's going to come in with 2+1/+1 counters, assuming these two are alive. And also assuming it's not countered. I see that blue stuff. I see that blue. I'm going to remove one of the +1/+1 counters or one of the shields. I'm going to go for one of the +1/+1 counters here. Hello, Wandering Emperor. Nice to see you. You going to get rid of Giada? Darn. Well, I feel like you could have done it before this entered the battlefield, because then it wouldn't have gotten those counters. But you didn't. Look, both of us have priority problems. Oh, well. Somebody has another Wandering Emperor, don't they? Yeah, they just sacrificed her to make another samurai. I don't know why you're staring at her so longingly. Oh, maybe they're going to invoke her back from the graveyard. There is a card that reanimates a permanent to distribute +1/+1 counters. No, they're just passing to end step, which makes me feel that this is much more likely to be a situation of them having another one in hand. I'm still going to attack in with the Sanctuary Warden. No fear. And I'm going to remove a shield counter. Oh, sup, Liesa? Love this girl. Hey, Wandering Emperor! Funny seeing you here. If I wanted to, I could use both Eiganjo and Destroy Evil to kill my own Sanctuary Warden. This goes to graveyard. Not worth it at all to me. Bye, Sanctuary Warden. Get him! 2 damage! 2 damage! It's asking if they want a crew. But I have a plan too, and that plan is Paragon! Paragon is about to, I don't know, let me replay things. Cycled things. Also just be a big 3/4 flyer. Channel, not cycle. Oh wait, I just realized, I don't have a Giada out. I will not be able to channel this. It costs 3 if you don't have a legendary. Nope, could have gone for Liesa. Didn't. That's fine with me. Hello there, Samurai. Okay, they're bouncing the Paragon back into my hand. Neat. You want a crew? That's evil. I really don't like that you're not attacking with us at all. I'm gonna go ahead and take a trade or two with these wee baby 1/1s. Let's see if they have a way to kill, such as cut down, or a way to unsummon this Fading Hope. I'm waiting. I'm just chilling. I'm just sitting here. Hey, look at that! Perfect. How about Liesa? Liesa's cool. Liesa's big. Liesa is good at blocking. Ooh, they're drawing a card. That's not crewing, that's not attacking. It's chillin'. Tenacious Underdog 2, the sequel to Tenacious Underdog. You wanna attack me? Oh, I would have loved to get some life gain there. Too bad! I will go ahead and attack in with Liesa. I want life gain. And I feel this is the way to get it. You have something. Is it a kill spell? Infernal Grasp. I have Infernal Grasp. I'm using my psychic powers of playing too much of this standard to say that's what it is. It could also be a destroy evil. More and more people are destroying evil these days. Oh. Serra Paragon? Cool. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Neat. I have blockers. Oh, hey, they do have a cut down. Kind of surprised they didn't save the Wonder before. They might have just drawn that, though. They do not. They say no goblins. Say no to goblins. We're back up to 10 life, thanks, Liesa. And here's Rafine. Ooh. Rafine is going to let them connive with their attackers, or one of their attackers. Looks like they're going to crew. Give themselves the largest possible body to swing in with. And that is a connive 2. They dropped 1 land. And, I'm just going to block with this. I could double block. Doesn't really matter. We'd be able to replay it. Yeah, I've got mana. Let's go for it. As long as Liesa's on the battlefield at the end of this, and I'm hoping she is, we'll also get that back. We also have a spare in hand. Bonus! Liesa also has an extra benefit against Tenacious Underdogs. If these die, they get exiled. Would I like to discard up to 2 cards? Yeah, I'm gonna discard Eiganjo. I feel like I haven't been able to use it, and this way I can. Serra Paragon! Again. They can crew with their tapped creature. No, yeah, they see what's up. I'm about to start recurring and swinging and having a good time. They also have removal in hand. Nice. Good game. Yuki Yuki. Hope you're ready for some angels. I actually am not going to be playing an angel at the start of this game. From the looks of things, the first thing I'm going to do is play a goblin. Or an enchantment that makes a goblin and then turns into a goblin. This thing is just funny all around. It is amazing that this became one of the best cards among so many formats. Also, I would probably have played the Takenuma there had I remembered I have a Destroy Evil in hand. Very unlikely I'd be able to use it, but just in case. Who knows, this could have been an Abzan enchantment stack. It wasn't. Okay, Tenacious Underdog. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Ah, yes. Well, they are destroying evil. Makes sense to me. Well, I want to destroy evil too. But you don't have any evil for me to destroy. No Rafines. No nothing. Oh, cool. They're going to go for the trade. And I'm going to go for Serra Paragon. Archangel of Wrath was what I was going to play if they did not block. Because I would have been able to kick it once to kill the Tenacious Underdog. On 3 mana, they've got Rafine. Hey, remember that thing I just said? About how she's evil? I can actually destroy her with this or this. I'm trying to think how many enchantments I'm going to have to look out for. There are a bunch. So I am going to use Infernal Grasp, and I'm going to use this treasure. Yep, there it goes. To get rid of Rafine. And then swing in with the Paragon. Something pretty important here with Fable of the Mirror Breaker is it does get this when this permanent is put into a graveyard clause from Serra Paragon, but once it transforms, it actually loses that because it blinks off the battlefield. Sacrifice a creature? A goblin. You would hurt my goblin like this? Thankfully, we have free real estate with the Inspiring Overseer coming back from the graveyard. Nice. Let's see what we draw. Ooh, a Plains! I'll play that. And I'll attack Liliana. I mean, she kind of gives me fake card draw because I can keep playing from the graveyard. I'll still attack her. And then, more Fables! You've heard about First Goblin, but what about Second Goblin? Okay, make disappear. I'll play it next turn. Assuming this is still alive, we can bring it back from the graveyard. Destroy evil. Yep, alright, that makes sense. Our Fable of the Mirror Breaker flips, and we can use it to clone on future turns. And I'm swinging in with the Inspiring Overseer. Gonna play a land and follow up with Liesa, and we still have 2 mana up for a Make Disappear. I'd be able to pay the 2. And we can also cast our Destroy Evil. And that is going to be so much value, because our opponent knows we're going to be cloning things, we're going to be smashing in the air, we're going to be gaining life, and their Rafine won't be able to deal with how big our flyers are. Good game, opponent. This hand has 1 land. Which stinks, because, like, it's kind of awesome. What a shame. I missed that first hand. I'll keep this. I'm going to throw back the Sanctuary Warden. Gotta make sure I can play something. Caves of Koilos, come on down. And I see Jund on the opposite side of the battlefield. I gotta switch this dog. It was supposed to be Peaceful Pup for this video, but that's okay if it wasn't. We have some removal that we're sitting on. If they play, oh, I don't know, Fable of the Mirror Breaker? No, that's a Yamavira Iconoclast. With haste! I'll destroy that before it can speed at my face. I don't really know what to expect from this. This could be some sort of aggro deck that I just haven't run into yet. So I'll be spitting out removal where I can. Didn't want to take 4 damage there. Thundering Raiju. Oh, it's definitely some modify aggro. I'm going to prevent the 4 damage here, and because the Raiju has put a counter on itself, it is evil. I'm going to play Eiganjo, Giada, and then, yeah, I'm just going to destroy it now. They could have things like Tamio's Protection, is that the name of it? And I don't want to risk them keeping this alive. Carrion Beast Collar. Yep, great with the Modify synergy. And Kami's Flare. There goes Giada. It's fine. In the future, I might be able to bring her back. Serra Paragon. I don't have the mana to play this right now. But if this stays alive, and I'm hoping it does, then I will. Ah, and now, Rending Flame. I think it's amazing that this thing is being played. Rending Flame. Okay, well, I'm gonna attack in with my big chunky humans. There they go. 4 damage to the face and another beefed up Paragon. Everything's getting +1/+1 from our wedding festivity. Cameo safekeeping. Those are words. That's the word for the protection spell. Green Beast Collar. Do you have another Rending Flame? No, but you got a big dog. Primal Adversary. Unkicked. This thing can animate lands. And finally, our Giada returns. She had a sweet little vacation. She was, you know, visiting family in the graveyard. It's such a new Capena thing. Nice, getting that extra ping from the Modify. And they're swinging in. I could block, but I feel like I'm actually in the lead here. You get rid of Giada and she just keeps coming back. I'll swing in again with the Serra Paragon. Flyers are one of the things that Gruul has a bunch of difficulty with. They should have waited until my end step. They just let me bring back our Giada. And we might not have lethal next turn, but we're getting close. And that's gonna be game. 3 beautiful mana and 3 beautiful angels. I will keep this hand. I'll start with the Sundown Pass. Comes in tapped. I see enchantments in my future. Hello, generous visitor. And oh, what a draw. We got our Giada on turn 2. There's a bunch of ways that they could remove this, but hopefully it will stick around long enough for me to use it to buff up and play some angels a little early. Alright, the Jukai Naturalist, cast. This is going to reduce the cost of their future enchantments. And I'll attack with the visitor. I'm not going to block. Time to swing in with Giada. Pow. And I'm going to play Haunted Ridge and the Serra Paragon. It's going to be a 4/5 because of the +1/+1 counter. And we are bigger than them for just a moment, because they borrowed time. Giada's now alone, all by herself. But not for long, because she's attacking in, and then I'm going to tap her to use her to cast Archangel of Wrath. Let's see, I'm going to use this to kick for red. Doesn't really matter. They don't have to pay life, and we're going to take out the Generous Visitor because it's but a little tutu. It's just a little guy. Now I have a 4/5 with lifelink. Hey! Hello, yes? This is Archangel of Wrath. Come on! She goes to jail. Werewolf jail. I do have enchantment destruction in this deck. This has lifelink. Rude! Well then, I'm going to attack you with Giada. And I'm going to tap her and use her to cast Inspiring Overseer. Do I want Fable or do I want to get rid of that Naturalist? I think I'm gonna get rid of that Naturalist. By the way, Weaver of Harmony can even be used to double effects like Borrowed Time if you want to, I don't know, exile 2 creatures at the same time. One of the reasons I want to get rid of the Naturalist is a lifelink. It's actually getting pretty big and scary. But one of the other reasons is because if they don't have a land here, they'd be able to play cards like Hallowed Haunting, which my deck might have trouble playing against. Alright, so they have 3 mana. That's enough to play Touch the Spirit Realm, but they don't have enough to duplicate this effect, so they're just going to swing in. Ah! The Evil Destroyer! I'm going to swing in with Giada, play the Caves, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Wedding Announcement. No, actually, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to be prepared to destroy evil at a moment's notice. By evil, I mean enchantments. Evil enchantments. I'm not going to stop riffing on this name. I think it's so funny. Wedding Announcement. I'm putting a stop. Okay. The evil is you. And I'm actually going to put a stop here. So I had 2, like, kind of choices here is, do I want a big lifelinker, or do I want to discard cards and replay them from the graveyard? I want lifelink, because my life total is kind of low. Oh, look, I ended up getting one anyway. I'm still going to discard the Wedding Announcement here. Nice, Reckoner Bankbuster. We're going to attack with everything here. And oh, how the life totals turn. We're going to make sure we use Giada. Tap her for Liesa. That way we have 2 mana without having to use our treasure. And also, my gosh, look at that. She's a 6/7. What a girl. Touch the Spirit Realm. What a girl who's going to jail. If they go to exile Liesa, I am going to crew, so I have a blocker. Hi, I'm a 4/4. How are you? Funny announcement gets them another blocker on the ground. And Fable is going to flip. Oh, what's up, other Giada? I'm gonna draw first here. Cool. Attack with everything. Bring them down to 3 life. Feels pretty good. And then, wait. With them only on 3 lands, it's hard for them to get an advantage. Reflection of Kiki-Jiki is able to clone this for even more damage. But good game. Our opponent is giving up. And angels are victorious. Thank you to everybody, by the way, who watched this video. If you were watching it live on Twitch, shout out to you guys. And if you're watching it on YouTube, come over to my Twitch, twitch.tv/Amazonian. I play Magic almost every single day. I'm recording this the day before I go on vacation, though, for my friend's wedding. Mazel tov, Vic. Look forward to seeing you. So I hope that you'll come and check out my Twitch channel when I'm back from vacation. Cheers, and I hope you enjoy these angels.